For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
And with that, hello and welcome to Penumbra Overture. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse and take a closer look using right mouse. Whiskey. Empty. Shame. Certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Yep! Fantastic. Flashlight switches on and off via the inventory tab, or hopefully with the shortcut F. Tap, 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 tap. Ah, my book. Yes, of course. Alright, hang on. Come here. Come here. Stop rolling around. What you got? No, I should give the fishermen their privacy. Never read other people's notes. The crew seemed friendly enough, but just in case I've locked up my valuables, I'm pretty sure the key's in my inventory somewhere. Once I've found it, double-clicking the left mouse button should get it selected. Then I can press interact on the padlock to unlock it. Bum bum, bum, bum! Should be everything I need. I want to get going before it gets dark. Yeah! As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I felt lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So we gotta make this quick. Don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Now luckily, I've played this intro 100 times. Come here, Rock. I had to play it 100 times to get it testing so I could actually make sure that this game would work on me. And we just... Yeah! Alright, not like that. We just... Yeah! There we are. You right there, buddy? Ooh, that sounds good. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Oh, let's see here. Hello? It's stuck. There must be something in the way. Hello? Ooh, a flare. Excellent. A metal pipe. Excellent. Hello? Good day. It's a 24-hour ration pack, long past its sell-by date. Ah, hammer, yes, of course. The hammer! Get this bookshelf out of my way! Fantastic. Creepy tunnels of doom, creepy tunnel of doom. I can't see, there we are. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Hello? Alright then. Ah. Yes, of course. Whatever I was descending into was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. I've jotted down a note. Fantastic. Well, let's go to the storage room. Heroics are for blah blah blah. Basically that's saying if you do this and don't exit the game while you're doing it, one moment, there we are, you get this blue ring around your face. It's beautiful, which will tell you when you're invisible to any monsters that we may run into in this game. And with that, I think I'm going to call this episode there, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. See you guys then.